Pompeii was an ancient Roman city inhabited by approximately 20,000 people. Today, we can only appreciate its ruins. It is located at the foot of Mount Vesuvius, which rises 2,200 meters above sea level, near the Bay of Naples, Italy. This volcano, in 79 AD, experienced a devastating eruption that devastated Pompeii and Herculaneum. For this reason, Pompeii is the object of great scientific interest, since it seeks to discover and study the vestiges of this ancient civilization and its monuments. In this video, dear friends, we will explore together the discoveries made in this city. But before continuing, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive notifications about our upcoming content. The devastating eruption of Mount Vesuvius that leveled the ancient city of Pompeii has long been believed to have occurred in August 2479 AD, according to historical records. However, new evidence suggests that this eruption could have taken place much later in the year, possibly in October or November. A key find is an inscription discovered during the city's renovation work, which has changed our understanding of the events. The inscription, written in charcoal, dates the event as October 17th in AD 79, indicating that the eruption may have occurred later than previously thought. This discovery is even more significant because the inscription, found on a white wall prepared for renovation, would likely have faded over time, making it very accurate contemporary evidence. Additionally, well-preserved remains have been found within the ruins, such as autumn fruits at their peak and protective clothing that is not typical of the region's scorching August weather. These findings support the theory of an eruption later in the year. This new chronology raises intriguing questions about Pompeii's later period. Was the city thriving with activity and renewal until the end? The mystery of Pompeii continues to intrigue as scholars explore clues hidden beneath layers of ash and history. The devastation caused by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD is perhaps most poignantly embodied in the discoveries of the remains of a newborn baby and a pregnant woman among the ruins of Pompeii. These harrowing findings offer a startling insight into the horrific realities faced by the city's most vulnerable inhabitants, as they desperately sought refuge from the volcanic onslaught. During painstaking excavations of the ancient city, archaeologists discovered the remains of a newborn baby next to the body of a woman, a tragic scene suggesting that she had given birth in the midst of calamity. Elsewhere in the city, archaeologists found the remains of a pregnant woman, with her round belly clearly visible in the plaster cast. Tests revealed that she was approximately 36 weeks pregnant, and was likely preparing for the arrival of her child. Tragically, her baby never had the chance to take her first breath of air, as the rash claimed both their lives. Much of our understanding of the catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius and its devastating impact on the ancient city of Pompeii is derived from the vivid first-hand account, written by Pliny the Younger. Although Pliny was not present in Pompeii during the event, his uncle Pliny the Elder played a crucial role in the unfolding tragedy. Pliny the Elder was a renowned scholar and military commander, and when the eruption began, he valiantly attempted to rescue the victims of the attack. Tragically, he perished in his efforts, but his nephew, Pliny the Younger, meticulously timed the disastrous succession of events in a series of letters to the historian Tacitus. Pliny the Younger's recollections painted a disturbing portrait of the events leading up to the eruption, including the ominous signs that foreshadowed the impending calamity. He described the colossal and peculiar cloud rising from the volcano, a harbinger of destruction to come. His vivid writings also captured the ensuing chaos, the darkness that blanketed the region as the ash cloud obscured the sun, and the desperate attempts of the population to escape or seek shelter. In the early 20th century, archaeologists discovered a moving and unforgettable scene among the ruins of Pompeii, two individuals trapped in an eternal embrace, their final moments preserved forever by the catastrophic eruption. This surprising discovery initially led archaeologists to believe that the remains belonged to a couple or perhaps two young women. However, deeper scientific analysis, including cutting-edge DNA testing, revealed a surprising twist to this tragic story. The remains, instead of belonging to a pair of lovers, actually belonged to two unrelated men. Were they close friends, family, or perhaps even lovers in a society that was more open to various forms of human connection? The ambiguity surrounding their identities and the deep intimacy captured in the plaster cast have captured the imaginations of people around the world, inviting us to reflect on the untold stories and complex relationships that may have existed in the ancient world of Pompeii. Although many saw Mount Vesuvius as simply a mountain, it was actually a dormant volcano. Inside, it hid a dangerous lava deposit. The eruption of the volcano occurred in August 79 AD. Scientists have dedicated themselves to investigating the antiquities found in Pompeii, including remains of food, clothing, and artistic works that reflect the lives of its inhabitants. Some of these works show the impact and danger they faced after the volcanic eruption. This catastrophic event has intrigued scientists, who continue to investigate to understand how and why the destruction of Pompeii occurred. The ancient washing method of the Roman civilization in Pompeii. It is said that this civilization had peculiar traditions that were part of its daily life. About 2,000 years ago, there were public laundries where people from various cities and towns came to use them. The restoration of one of these buildings cost an impressive 105 million euros. These public washhouses had large stone basins and platforms where the cleaning and washing process took place. In ancient times, urine was used in the cleaning process due to its high ammonia content, considered a useful element for cleaning tasks in the absence of modern detergents and soaps. The technique involved collecting a large amount of urine into containers, adding a little water, and soaking the clothes until the stains and dirt dissolved. Furthermore, through the study of fossils, it has been discovered that the inhabitants of Pompeii enjoyed excellent dental health. Contrary to what might be expected at the time, these residents had remarkably healthy teeth and lacked the common dental problems of ancient times. Numerous studies have confirmed that this population did not suffer from cavities or periodontal diseases, unlike other contemporary populations. It is believed that this is mainly because the inhabitants of this civilization consumed healthy and nutritious foods. In contrast, in today's era, we tend to consume foods rich in sugar and processed. In the civilization of Pompeii, the basic diet consisted of fruits, vegetables, and cereals, with a very limited consumption of sugars. Additionally, the environment at Pompeii, given its volcanic nature, was enriched with high levels of fluoride. This fluoride, possibly present in the water and food they consumed, contributed to dental strengthening and prevented the formation of cavities, which would explain the remarkable dental health of its inhabitants. The Villa of Mystery is recognized as one of the best preserved sites of antiquity. This villa stands out for housing numerous mural paintings, considered among the most significant and complex works of art from the Roman era. These artistic representations reflect the splendor and cultural richness of the inhabitants of this ancient civilization. The mural paintings have aroused the interest of scholars and visitors, generating various interpretations. While some experts suggest that the paintings reflect the arts performed in the villa, others argue that they represent different stages of human life, from birth to death. It is widely accepted that the Romans enjoyed a luxurious life in this city, as evidenced by the paintings and the social and ritual structures that can be seen. These cultural representations reveal the depth and extravagance of Roman society, highlighting its artistic and cultural legacy. Despite the time that has passed, the Villa del Misterio continues to attract numerous visitors who seek to admire its cultural and artistic monuments. While Pompeii was immersed in the richness and complexity of daily life at the heart of the Roman Empire, a few kilometers to the north, Ostia Antica served an equally vital function, but with a markedly different focus. Located just 30 kilometers southwest of Rome, Ostia Antica stands as an impressive testament to the maritime and commercial power of ancient Rome. Founded in the 4th century BC, this port city played a crucial role as the main port of the empire's capital, serving as a gateway for goods, people, and cultures flowing to and from the heart of Rome. Over the centuries, Ostia Antica prospered as a bustling commercial and cultural center. Its docks were filled with ships loaded with grain from Africa, wines from the Italian peninsula, and exotic goods from the Far East. With the rise of Roman expansion, the city grew in importance and wealth, reflected in its magnificent buildings, paved streets, and residential complexes. The urban design of Ostia Antica reveals meticulous planning. Its rectilinear streets, squares, and public buildings, such as theaters, baths, and markets, offer a vivid glimpse of daily life in a Roman city. One of the most fascinating aspects of Ostia is its ability to transport the visitor through time, allowing a deep understanding of the complexities of life in the Roman Empire. As time progressed and the empire began to decline, Ostia Antica underwent significant changes. Despite attempts at revitalization during the late imperial period, the city eventually fell into decay, abandoned and forgotten for centuries. However, this inadvertent abandonment turned out to be a blessing in disguise, as the lack of subsequent development preserved many of its buildings and artifacts, offering modern archaeologists and visitors a unique window into the past. Today, Ostia Antica is an impressive archaeological site that attracts thousands of visitors each year. The ruins of the ancient city, from the apartments of the working class to the opulent palaces of merchants and officials, offer a panoramic view of Roman society at its peak. Walking through its streets, temples, and theaters, one cannot help but feel the palpable presence of the past, remembering the glory days of Ostia Antica as the vital port of majestic Rome. While Ostia Antica served as the vibrant seaport that connected majestic Rome to the vast Mediterranean world, on the shores of the Aegean Sea, the city of Ephesus emerged as a cultural, political, and commercial beacon of the Greek and Roman world. Located on the shores of the Aegean Sea in what is now Turkey, Ephesus stands as one of the most impressive and best-preserved ancient cities in the world. Founded in the 2nd millennium BC, this city flourished into a prosperous, culturally and commercially vital metropolis during the Greek and Roman periods. The first thing that captivates the visitor upon arriving in Ephesus is its vast and majestic agora, a space that served as the nerve center of public and commercial life. From there, cobblestone streets and towering colonnades lead to some of the city's most iconic monuments, such as the Temple of Artemis. This temple, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, was a place of worship dedicated to the goddess Artemis and a symbol of the opulence and importance of Ephesus in ancient times. However, beyond its famous monuments, what makes Ephesus truly fascinating is its ability to offer a deep insight into daily life in an ancient city. The remains of its ancient streets, homes, public baths, and theaters reveal a complex and dynamic society, where merchants, artisans, philosophers, and ordinary citizens coexisted in a vibrant tapestry of activities and beliefs. The Theatre of Ephesus, one of the largest ancient theaters in the world, is another impressive testament to the city's splendor. With the capacity to accommodate more than 25,000 spectators, this theater served as a stage for theatrical performances, public assemblies, and social events, highlighting Ephesus' important role as the cultural and political center of the region. As time progressed, Ephesus experienced transformations and challenges, from conquests and reconstructions to its eventual decline in the medieval era. However, his legacy endured through the centuries, and today, the archaeological site of Ephesus attracts visitors from all over the world. Exploring its ruins, from the spectacular Temple of Hadrian to the Library of Celsus, one cannot help but feel transported back to the golden age of this ancient city, capturing the essence and splendor of what was once the jewel of the Aegean, Ephesus. From the splendor and urban sophistication of Ephesus on the sunny shores of the Aegean Sea, we head north, across vast landscapes and tumultuous seas, to reach the inhospitable shores of Scotland. There, in striking contrast to the majestic columns and temples of Ephesus, lies Skara Brae, a silent but powerful testimony to early human communities and their ways of life in a world not yet dominated by the structures and grandeur of civilizations. Ancient, Skara Brae hides on the remote and mysterious coasts of Scotland, emerging as an archaeological treasure that sheds light on the dawn of human civilization in these lands. Located on the island of mainland in the Orkney Islands, this Neolithic settlement offers a fascinating glimpse into the daily lives of its inhabitants approximately 5,000 years ago. What makes Skara Brae particularly notable is its exceptional state of preservation. Despite the centuries that have passed and the natural elements that have challenged its existence, the stone structures that make up this ancient town have stood the test of time impressively. Walking through its narrow streets and entering its underground dwellings, one is immersed in a world where the community lived in close harmony with nature and its limited resources. The houses of Skara Brae, built of circular stones and covered with peat to provide insulation, show remarkable planning and architectural knowledge for the time. Each home is equipped with designated areas for sleeping, cooking, and storing food, evidencing a society that valued organization and comfort within its limitations. Although the exact purpose and ultimate fate of Skara Brae remain shrouded in mystery, archaeological excavations have revealed tools, artifacts, and human remains that provide invaluable clues into the life, beliefs, and practices of its ancient inhabitants. This evidence suggests a resilient and adaptive community that depended on the sea, agriculture, and community collaboration to survive in a challenging environment. Today, Skara Brae stands as a quiet but evocative testament to the deep roots of human civilization in Scotland and beyond. Through its ruins and artifacts, visitors have the unique opportunity to connect with our Neolithic ancestors, honoring their legacy and recognizing the importance of places like this in the global narrative of human history. Ultimately, Skara Brae is not just an archaeological site. It is a window to the past that invites us to reflect on our connection with previous generations and the continuous search for understanding about the origins of our existence as a civilization.